Welcome back to Phasmophobia. If you guys could like, comment, and or subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Anything that you could do for the channel will help me put more back into the channel for you. All of that being said, today we're going to continue on with that little series we're doing where we go over all of the ghost types, and we use a more or less a Phasmophobia wiki for it. We're trying to move around and be a little bit diverse with some of the maps, but I think we're going to go back to Tanglewood just for time's sake. You get the wiki pulled up on my phone because I only have one monitor, and let's get going. Voice is going to crack and phase out quite often during this. Bear with me. Let's see, let me get to the ghost section here. Alright, we're doing this on amateur. It's a little disconnected there, buddy. We're doing this on amateur. So that means that we have access to the sanity monitor, the activity monitor. We get to see the breaker location, which here is apparently in the garage. What else we get? We get our one cursed possession. We get all three evidence from the ghost. And the ghost is rather docile. And we get a 5-minute setup timer that does not begin until you open the door. Does not matter whether or not you entered a contract. So, our goal is going to be, hell, and also the breaker starts on. Our goal is going to be to find the ghost room as soon as possible, get the 3 evidence to figure out the ghost type, and then reference the Wikipedia so we get to go over all of the information of that ghost and more or less, you know, understand it more, have a more of an outside source of information rather than rather than everything I've ever learned anecdotally, meaning through experience. So to start off, we're going to go with EMF. So as soon as it starts being active, we can identify what it did and where. We're going to take our thermal so we can identify the ghost room itself. And it normally likes to open doors or something of that nature when I enter. So we're going to go ahead and take the ultraviolet. We're not going to worry about objectives or anything like that or getting perfect game. Obviously on amateur, the amount of time I'm going to put into this, put into like 3 insanity matches and get a crap ton of money if I wanted to. So we'll pop this open. Let's try to also identify what our cursed possession is. I handled my keyboard correctly. And mostly just keep our ears open. So no music box. It's the only cursed possession we could have come across right now. Here's our bone. We have no mirror. Do not have tarot cards. I don't hear anything. There's nothing showing up on the EMF. There's our courser breaker, which power already starts on. No voodoo doll. Hearing nothing and seeing nothing. That might be in the basement. Cursed possession should be. It's either going to be summoning circle or Ouija board because we don't have the monkey's paw either. Down to the basement we go. There's our summoning circle, which we could definitely use to accelerate getting evidence and learning what the ghost is. Probably going to avoid doing that for the moment. Let's hunt this guy down with thermal now. So it looks like the bottom is about 10 degrees. Let's pop up here to the living room. Ooh, that's closer to 20. So maybe the ghost room is in the basement. 20. Okay, yeah, definitely basement. Plus it's the twins, which we'll theorize about that eventually. Hasn't touched anything to give me ultraviolet yet. Actually, I don't think it's touched anything at all. Sorry, you're gonna have to deal with the coughing. Alright. We'll grab some more evidence items, get those down there, and we will keep trying to hunt down what this ghost exactly is. we'll grab those 3, and then we'll have to come back up. I'll probably come back up and grab the other writing book dots and a video cam. That way we can have double the dots, double the writing book to double the chances for the ghost to actually give us that evidence. About here's probably going to be good. Also, about there, that right there. I don't want this to move the entire time. Let's just wait for it to start touching the fridge. Right about there's good. Kill this. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly?
Away.
Where are you? Alright, we got spirit box. Interesting. So I doesn't touch anything, so I can't check for ultraviolet. I'll go ahead and leave that light off. Oh. We'll go ahead and mark down spirit box. The only evidence that can ever potentially be a red herring is the ghost orbs, and that's if it is a mimic. So we don't need to take the other spirit box. We will still take a video cam. I will grab the other writing book. And I guess, I don't know, dots? Salt. Salt could be somewhat helpful. Salt be a good thing. Yeah, I haven't had a wraith yet. We'll grab salt. Guess it doesn't really matter. If I find out that I get a got a ghost that I've had before, I'm just gonna have to redo this. So far, not spotting anything. Somehow my voice can do that. I can't fucking speak. Starting to get cold down here. Definitely no ghost orbs. Writing. I can work with that. Got some salt. No ultraviolet. Alright. Dots. Whoa, that was instant. We have a Deogen. Nice. I actually quite like the Deogen because as long as you know what you have a Deogen beforehand, you basically will never die to them. And if you don't know you have a Deogen beforehand, you end up thinking you have a Revenant or a Phas or a Metroid, and you try to hide from it and you screw yourself. We'll take an instance just to have it as a backup. I'll take a flashlight so you guys can see a little bit better. We're gonna go ahead and hit Deogen on our Wikipedia. I'm gonna have a link to this in the description below if you also want to check it out. It doesn't have all the information. For instance, we had the Banshee, I believe, last week, and it didn't really talk about the Banshee whale. Maybe I was looking in the wrong place or something. It does have a fair bit of information regarding the Deogen on here, though, and we will definitely go over all of it. Let's see. The Deogen is a type of ghost in Phasmophobia. It is a talent for quickly rushing down players during a hunt, no matter where they are, but it is slow to approach when closing in for the kill. So what this is meaning is I'm going to use the flashlight as a prop here and put this right here on the edge. If I'm standing right, we'll say here, the Deogen is going to be at its fastest if it's at that light or further away. It doesn't, it might have line of sight speed up when it's further away, but when it gets close to you, it actually starts slowing down drastically. So from here to there, the Deogen's at max speed. From here to that line, the Deogen begins to slow down, or it begins slowing down there, and gets a bit slower and a fair bit slower. And then from this distance, from where I'm at here to this line, the Deogen's pretty much at its slowest. Even if the ghost speed is maxed out and your speed is dropped completely on like a custom difficulty, you could still outwalk a Deogen without sprinting. That's more or less what it's talking about there. And it knows where you are in the map, no matter what you're doing, or if you're in a hiding space, or if you're in a hiding space. So if you know you have a Deogen, do not hide. Do not put yourself in a room where you can get cornered, such as that bedroom right there. Because if the Deogen enters, you have no way to loop it in that room. You are strictly dead. It was actually the way I was able to get my Silver Apocalypse trophy. Was I got a Deogen and I looped it in the entry foyer in the asylum. What else do we have on here? The Deogen has a special spirit box response. We will try to get that in here so you guys can hear that. Essentially, it does a breathing, the kind of like you'd normally get from a ghost event, but it's in the spirit box as a response. Its hunt sanity threshold is 40% instead of, most average ghosts is 50. So it takes a bit longer before it's allowed to hunt, and if you're able to keep track of it in here, as you can see, we're at 94 now, so pretty much solid. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, during the hunt, Deogen always has line of sight with all players on the map. So that's how its line of sight speed up works. So it doesn't do any kind of roaming. It just goes on based on what player is nearest. It might occasionally, this is interesting, it might occasionally refresh and repick the nearest target throughout the hunt. So even if it has line of sight on somebody and they're technically closer or close-ish, if there's somebody else technically closer, then it'll actually choose them to start pursuing. And of course, like any other ghost, you can use incense to stun it. Which, depending on the instance you use, we have 2 or 3 that'll actually stop it from moving at all, and it will lose sight of the target, and you can walk through it without dying for 5 seconds. So when a Deogen is chasing a player during a hunt, is technically always, its speed is based on the pathfinding distance to the target player, and has 3 thresholds, which I was kind of just talking about. So if you're further than 6 meters away, then it's 3 meters per second. Between 2.5 and 6 meters, there's a speed gradient from 0.4 to 3 meters per second. And less than 2.5 meters, it is at 0.4 meters per second. If the Deogen is smudged or is otherwise not chasing any player, its speed will remain at its current speed, or 1.6 meters per second. The current speed is greater than 3 meters per second. Otherwise, it won't change its speed based on line of sight while chasing a player. So basically, it won't pick off like Usain Bolt after you incense it until it regains line of sight. Oh. The Deogen during a hunt, the Deogen flickers and is on average invisible for shorter and visible for longer compared to most other ghosts. I don't think it's quite as bad as an Oni, but it is still quite interesting. So it's slightly more visible. We already got all of the evidence to know what the Deogen is. The Deogen does have a, like Moroi, forced spirit box as an evidence, because they both have a unique interaction with the spirit box evidence, where the Moroi can curse you and drain your sanity. Deogen has, as we talked about, that unique voice response. And yeah, don't trap yourself in a room where you can't loop it. Miscellaneous trivia. Okay, so there's not really a whole lot to the Deogen, which I kind of knew about this already, but I was expecting to learn something more a bit. We already kind of gone over the speed gradients on that, so I'm going to try to get it to give me the spirit box response. To do this, I'm actually going to use multiple spirit boxes. Our sanity's still pretty damn high, and it doesn't have any unique sanity draining abilities, so it's going to be straightforward for us. It appears it turned off the breaker. Dick move. We don't really care. Okay, I kind of care. I don't want my sanity drained completely, but I'm going to be in a dark room trying to get spirit box response, so I'm back on the don't care table. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? That is the Deogen's response on the spirit box. So if you get that without any other evidence yet, you just know immediately you have a Deogen or mimic. So, you know, check for ghost orbs. Honestly, every ounce of information we're pulling in this game should be asterisks or a mimic. Awesome. Well, that was basically everything there was to cover about this. Kind of unfortunate, but it's quite helpful to know. So I do hope you guys learned some stuff. I think I might have learned a good thing or two, especially regarding the speed and how it chooses its players to hunt down. If you guys could like, comment, and or subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Anything that you could do for the channel will help me put more back into the channel for you. All of that being said, we're gonna go through here. Can't do this, nope. We'll watch it say Deogen, and hell yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.